Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and I hope you're having a great day. It's really nice here in Florida here on Saturday, and I've got some final test results for you on that ANTOP over-the-air TV antenna. And here we go. Okay, at my location, I live on the west coast of Florida. I have access to a number of over-the-air TV stations. My initial testing, which I showed you in the previous videos, was done with the antenna inside in a room on my second floor away from my office with all its electronics. So it's pretty clear as far as RF noise that room is. The antenna height above sea level was about 80 feet because our location, we're at 65 feet and the antenna was about 15 feet above that. So it's pretty high in the air. Most stations were found when pointing the antenna southeast of me in south of Tampa. That's where most of the transmitters are locally. I received about 80 channels with no dropouts. 80 channels. That's inside the house. After posting my first couple of videos, I received an email from the ANTOP peoples who suggested that the antenna would perform much better outside at my location. So I said, well, let's survey my property and see where I could put it outside. So here's where I got some looks at outside. Okay, there's the antenna. This is the side of my house. You can see I have an antenna farm here because I test all these antennas that are sent to me to review with the idea, okay, I'm just going to put it up temporarily and then I'm going to take it down after I test it. Well, I've never taken one down. Well, not many down. So anyway, there's their antenna right there. They supplied me also with this pole here, this J-pole, to mount it. And this direction is east, where the antenna farm, I'll call it, is of the OTA transmitters is southeast, which is where this is pointing. Now, when I was out there, the things I discovered is all these trees in my yard. Like this big tree here probably prevented me from receiving that one station that's north of me. And this is a tall tree, it's over 40 feet tall. And we go to the next picture, look at this monster. Holy cow. And this antenna was inside my house in the back room back here and pointing right through that tree. So it had the interference of the wall and it had this mammoth interference of this tree. So I said, where can I put it outside? Well, the backyard, you can't see it too well, but back in here is another tree almost as big as this one. Not quite, but almost. So couldn't put it in the backyard. And as I showed you in the previous slide, I had this tree pointing over this way. I'm going to show you a different slide here. Okay, this tree here. So what I did is I found this opening right here between the trees. Oops, there's a better view. Between the trees. And mounted it right here. It's about 10 to 12 feet in the air now. Between the trees, so it's got a good shot out that way, which is southeast, where the transmitter antennas are. And then, let me see, I think I've got one, no, I don't have one more, but anyway, I was going to say I put the cable just laying on top of the roof. So, the antenna height above sea level was about 75 feet now, close to where it was on that second floor. Now, I could have gotten it at the peak the second story, but that's a little dangerous to climb up there. And I didn't do the climbing anyway. I got my neighbor to help me to mount that antenna. Anyway, the antenna was positioned to get the greatest shot between the trees, as you saw. Most of the stations found when pointing the antenna southeast, so I pointed southeast. This time, I received about 110 channels with no dropouts versus the 80 with the antenna inside. Plus, the average signal strength increased by 25%. Some of the signals on my receiver, on its little measurement thing, were at 100% strength. So, consequently, the single wall and the tree significantly decreased the number of channels received and the strength of the signals, as the people at ANTOP suggested to me that it would. Conclusion: I really enjoyed looking into over-the-air TV. I hadn't done that in probably 30, 40 years, and maybe 20 years ago. I learned a lot about the antennas themselves and about positioning the antennas and things that can interfere with your reception, where the stations are relative to my house. I also learned that, again, this was suggested by the ANTOP people, that there is a ridge or a hill series between me and Lakeland, which I was hoping to get, and Orlando. So my chances of getting stations from their area probably nil. The ANTOP's antenna appearance was great, and it looked fine in my living room or den if I couldn't put it outside, but with the help of my neighbor, I was able to put it outside and finish my testing. The antenna and the ANTOP antenna reception was very good inside. I was happy with what I got inside, and it was excellent outside. So that's it. I want to thank the people at ANTOP for sending me this antenna to review, and I want you to have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.